Duke Energy is considering acquiring AEP. AEP has EBITDA of $4.92 billion, EPS of $3.32, $18.355 billion in debt and preferred stock, and 487 million shares of stock outstanding. Construct a range of prices using the PE ratio and an enterprise multiple of the following three comparable companies. So we're given information about Exelon, Dominion Resources, and Con Edison. And we want to use that information and the idea of method of comparables to come up with what price we think AEP should be. And then we're going to look at what price range is consistent for both sets of multiples. So the information that we know about AEP is, first of all, that EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, is $4.92 billion. We know that earnings per share, EPS, is $3.32 for AEP, that debt and preferred stock for AEP is $18.355 billion, and that the number of shares outstanding is 487 million. But I'm going to switch that to billions because all these other numbers are in billions, and so we're going to need that to be in billions. So that's 0.487 billion, not dollars, excuse me, shares. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at the PE ratio of Exelon, Dominion, and Con Ed. And this is 12.68, 18.07, and 15.31. Okay? If I take the PE for these comparable companies and multiply it by the estimate of earnings per share for AEP, you see that earnings per share cancels out, and what we're going to be left with is an estimate of the price for AEP. So this is a quick and easy way of coming up with a price range for AEP stock without having to know too much information about AEP itself. So our estimate for AEP's earnings per share is $3.32. So I multiply each of these PE ratios by 3.32, and I get the price, an estimate of the price for AEP stock, $42.10, $59.99, and $50.83. So the range here, the price range, is $42.10 up to $59.99 using the price earnings ratio. So that's one method of comparables. The other method of comparables is to use the enterprise multiple. The enterprise multiple is equal to the enterprise value divided by EBITDA. Okay? So I know I have Exelon, Dominion, again, and Con Ed. And I have their enterprise multiple, V0 over EBITDA. So Exelon's is 8.78, Dominion's is 9.53, and Con Ed's is 10.98. If I multiply an estimate of the enterprise multiple by EBITDA for AEP, which we know is $4.92 billion, you see that EBITDA cancels, and we're left with an estimate of the market value, the enterprise value of AEP stock. So when I multiply these out, I get 43.2 billion, 46.89 billion, and 54.02 billion dollars. So those are the market values of AEP using these three comparables. Well, we really want the price. So now I have to take this market value, this enterprise value, and convert it into a price. And the way I do that is to take the enterprise value, the market value, minus the debt plus preferred divided by the number of shares. So I'm going to do that in all these instances. 43.2 minus, we know that the debt plus preferred for AEP is 18.355, and then I'm going to divide that by the number of shares, which is 0.487, and I get the price of 51.01 using the first X one. The second one, 46.89 minus 18.355 divided by 0.487, and I get 58.88. And then finally 54.02 minus 18.355 divided by 0.487, and I get $73.24. So the price range using the enterprise multiple is 51.01 to 73.24. So let's look at where the overlap is. We go from 4210 to 59.99, and then using the other enterprise multiple value, we go from 51.01 up to 73.24. So our overlap area is this part in common here. So the range that's common between both of these multiples is 51.01 to $59.99. So this is where we would expect the price of AEP stock to be, between 51.01 and 59.99. Or that's what we are valuing the stock at using these two methods of comparables. We also know in the problem that AEP stock is currently selling at $48 a share. So this is the current market price. That falls below this range, okay? But that's better than what we're willing to pay for this stock. So AEP looks like a good buy for Duke to purchase AEP stock.